Hello YouTubers, this is ps2 repair here. Just going to do a quick video. I haven't done one in a while. This is basically how to fix your ps2 drives. 99% of the time you're going to be in there, you're going to be replacing a laser. If you have a problem with the thing not ejecting, you're going to have to put an eject motor in this thing. They're pretty simple, they're pretty easy. This is actually a version 4 earlier drive. They're all basically the same throughout the years on the fat models. The slim models, when you're putting lasers in them, they're worthless. It's pretty worthless. They scratch discs. I don't like them. I will fix them, but I don't like them. That was the worst design Sony ever came out with. Ever. First, you take the top off. You're gonna want to pop this out because in case you need to, you should not have to make any laser adjustments. But to watch the disc spin, you're gonna have to pop this out of here. It's pretty simple. Just take it out just like that. Make sure when you put this on the PlayStation that it is down like that. Do not put it up the other way. The disc will slip and it won't read the disc. And just pop it back in. You just push it in just like that. Like I said, this is a version 4 model. Right now I have this flat down because the laser's out of it, because trays are very hard to find on these. Usually I go and find a total disk drive in pretty decent condition, because once these get broke off, the PlayStation things get broken off. It's very hard to put them back on, because what happens when you try to pop them off, they break off the sides. Or you drop your PlayStation 2, it'll break the sides off. The only thing you can do is at this point is super glue it on. To me, that's a waste of a bezel. I'd rather go find a tray for this version model, or just find a drive itself. You can get these on eBay anywhere, and in better shape than this one is. 99, like I said, 99% of the time you can actually manually pull these open. Just set them down. To realign your tray, if you ever have that problem, you push it down here. You see that there, and you push this in, and once it catches, it'll catch. If this one wants to do it, it'll catch, and it'll bring this up. But that's how they used to line the trays back when Sony used to do it, probably in the factory. I think this one's now, yeah, this one's now all the way up. I would have to physically push the tray back out, which is very hard to do. So what you do is you go on the bottom, and you do that, push it down manually, and push it back up. But to push it back down, you can just do it that way, and take the tray out if it'll let you. These are kind of hard to get back out when you realign them. But yeah, that's how you physically do it. But you got to make sure this is physically down, and then you push it back up physically. As long as it's in there right, you should be able to do that. But like I said, I manually push it in and out for you. But usually I have these down and I change the laser. And what it's supposed to do, there we go. Now she ejected the tray manually. That's because I didn't have it all the way open. Like I said, it's one of those things where if you need to change your eject motor, you need to pull the tray out all the way. To do so, this one actually has where when you do that, you got to pull these 2 screws out, and it takes out the pole. And then you just basically from there, you take off a couple screws in the front there to take the panel off. And then there's a couple screws that hold this motor, and you'll see on the bottom here that you've got a red motor for open and a red with white wire to close. That's, like I said, version 4. This is a version 4 drive, 3001 up to about 3001R sometimes. Otherwise, the newer drives are totally different. They're not different by much. The battery's not here anymore. It's mounted on the motherboard on the G15s. which, by the way, if you have a problem with a 3001R and it will not read the disc, and you've got blue light and everything's good and it just says disc read error, save yourself the time. You've got a bad custom chip. I've proven this on several 3001Rs earlier models. Try to stay away from a G15. You want a G2019 or a G22. Yeah, your model number is not going to match, but those are more reliable boards, and you want something that says 14-31 for a 3000C model, and 41 if you have a 3001R. That's how Sony basically define their model and firmware versions on their boards. Like I said, these are very simple to repair. And as far as people saying adjust this wheel, if you have problems, don't touch it. Save yourself the money, save yourself the headache. Put a laser in this. This is a tilt adjustment. It's not what people think it is. It's to adjust the tilt on the entire drive so that the laser is flat. Just a second, let me get a laser here. So, for example, this was a laser that was supposedly brand new, or I pulled it out because it was bad. It might be still good, but it didn't read anything, and so I replaced it. I got a bunch of lasers in my inventory. You can get them for $10 a piece. 3001Rs, if you see a laser that says 3000, it's got a KHS 3000C and it's got a blue label. Come on, focus. Autofocus isn't working. Here we go. Sorry about that. I'll probably edit. Anyways, you see this, and it looks like this on the bottom. This is a rebranded 400B. These are rebranded from 400C to 400Bs. They're the earlier C versions. So you're gonna have to find one. Come on, focus. On a 3001R that looks like this. These are very hard to find. These are very specific to the 3001R if you think you have a laser issue. After, I don't know, if you look at the bottom of yours and it has a thing that looks like that, you're pretty safe to put any 3000C laser in. But I have one right now that I was praying that the laser wasn't bad because I had to fix a fan. Somebody ripped the fan connector off of it. Which I keep boards for harvest on that. Those are plastic connectors. They do not take heat very well. So if you replace your fan, don't pull on the connector. Pull on the fan wire itself and be very careful. Those are a common problem with those because that's a pull system that pulls the fan through. So I will make another video soon. Bye-bye for now.